a few weeks ago that this summer, as in like next summer, so in 2022, like I'm only gonna have Zoom calls as my own 3D character out there, you know, because I think that is going to be, you know, the next, like one of the next frontier of like media will be synthetic media, where you're not going to sit in front of your YouTube like you usually are, but you're going to be in the metaverse whoever you want to be. You will be wearing whatever skin you want to wear. You know, you can be a monster, you can be an old person, you can be Tony Stark. You can wear Yeezys if you wanted to. You can wear Sire merch. You can wear like amazing clothes from Daily Paper if you wanted to. Like whatever, you know, you want to be, you can be in that world, right?
I can see the issues already happening. Somebody having a Zoom meeting with some honey, bro, and they arrange a date, they go to meet up, and Harry Abdullah turns up, bro. Guys, welcome to another episode of Jibber with Jabber. Thanks for coming and joining us today. You can now sign up for the exclusive Patreon at Patreon/Jibber with Jabber. Join the community. One man that has been doing his own community is with me now. My boy Lamine.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching. That's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm doing, bro. It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
Shouldn't have left you.
No.
Without a dope beat to step to.
Yes.
Step to. This whole episode is going to be lyrics from songs, bro. Let's see how long. Bro. Let's see how long of this conversation we can do with just lyric songs. Okay, let's go.
About a week ago.
Well, we were supposed to record this episode about a week ago, but something happened, bro. What happened, bro?
Bro, so much. I cannot talk about it, bro.
Tell me what happened, bro.
Like,
I mean, something involving a yacht.
So like the long story short is like I have a friend of mine, her name's Tatiana, like she got me into the entire crypto game.
Okay. Wait, I failed to believe somebody got you into the crypto game.
No, she did. Like I think it was January or February when I actually met Tatiana. Yeah. And like she's also like she's an amazing entrepreneur and also, you know, like works with Forbes. And then, you know, like I had a meeting with her and then, you know, we sat down and then I told her, hey, I want to like start to understand the crypto stuff. And then that was early this year. And then she told me, yeah, you need to follow Kathy Woods. You need to follow this person and that person. And I was like, yeah, I know them. I knew no one. Right. Mm. So this is, you know, like she basically brought me into the game. And then when I came back to Dubai, she lives here as well. She sent me text, yo, like we're going to this boat party. You want to join? And, you know, I never have any expectations. Like I didn't have no expectations coming here, seeing all the sun is blown up studio, bro. From the gutter. You made it here, bro.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
From the bottom, bro. So yeah, and anyways, we ended up, you know, like going to this boat party, like with her and he's the founder of CoinMara, by the way, like super dope. It's the Coinbase of Africa. Super cool kid. So, you know, we ended up going to the boat party, having like one drink or two drinks, 3-4 drinks, you know, and then, you know.
I think it was more than 4 drinks because all I saw in the picture you sent me the next day was glitter. So I think
I had glitter everywhere.
They have those, you know, those poppers that are just shooting glitter in the air.
The glitter was somewhere else, and then it ended up in my face. Like it was just a bit mad.
Yeah, getting older now, right? Because apparently it takes you 4 days to recover.
No, it does. So here's the thing. I'm 32 now.
Okay.
And
God, that just kills me when you say that, bro. Every time you tell me how old you are, it just reminds me of how much of a failure I am, bro.
No, bro.
And how little I've achieved in like 60 years that I've been here, bro.
60, bro.
Yeah, but bro, you know, come on, it's almost there.
You're not Dumbledore age yet, bro. Like, chill.
Me and 40 are like this.
But like, this is ASMR, bro. Like, be careful with the sounds.
Tell me about it. You felt that, right? You felt that.
I felt it like in my whole body. No, so yeah, long story short, like 32 years old, you know, when I drink, and I rarely drink, but when I do, you know, I'm dead for 2 days. Straight up 2 days. Like I can't move. So like on
keep going.
So like I was laying like an embryo at home trying to figure out the meaning of life, you know, my first day of being hungover. Okay. And
sorry, I'm just going to put on my Sire socks. Bro, I've been waiting for these socks for 6 months, bro.
Why are you doing this weird shit, putting sock on top of sock, bro?
ASMR and the stockings are coming on. Bro, I've been waiting for...
With the little spin, bro.
When did you say you were giving me these socks?
Like this year, somewhere in April, I think.
Yeah, it's taken you 8 months to give me a pair of socks.
So here's the thing.
Official Sire merch coming soon. If you want to get yours, you can go to...
Inspired.today. Yeah. No, but like jokes aside, like these are the first edition prototypes, so like they're super rare. and they are so rare that it's only like, I don't know, 5 pieces of them in the world.
4.
Like four pieces of them in the world. So yeah, like feel oh shit, that was a loud one. If I do this entire table, gonna flip, bro,
smash, right?
I'm on some straight Thanos shit, bro.
Yeah, right.
Boof.
Oh, you're wearing Saya socks too.
Yes, I'm also wearing Saya socks.
Yeah, but see, your ones don't have
Saya
the
gang, Saya
they
the
have
family.
that's it, Saya all day long.
Yeah, for sure.
But I want to talk about this. You know, you're saying that you had a meeting with your friends and stuff, and I just want to point out to people, that's when you know when your friends are being successful. It's no longer hangouts. It's like you set meetings to hang out, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Like it's not,
crazy, right?
Like my timetable and my calendar just got a bit wild over the last few weeks. Like we're at a point now where it feels like, you know, like I'm running 4 different companies.
You are.
Pretty much. It's pretty nuts. We have VUUZLE, then we have Flooz.trade, which is our, you know, like decentralized trading platform. Then we have the entire NFT collection that we are dropping very soon, and then we have Saya.
Bro, we're going to go into them in so much detail. And honestly, I remember when I did the first episode, that first time I met you, bro, I remember leaving there just fried, bro. Honestly, like my brain was fried, bro.
How long is this episode supposed to be here?
This one's going to be about 2 hours. as long as we need. I remember, and look, crypto is so emotional, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many ups and downs, bro.
All the feelings, bro.
And especially like when you're like me and you don't understand it well. So there'll be times where I'll be like, I'll look at my Saya bag and it will be ridiculously high. And then I'll be like, let me go show my wife who told me crypto is a bunch of bullshit. And then I'll literally, like, you know, I'll go to her and I'll be like, babe, check this out. And I'll go to it and it'll be like all the way down to like $50. And then I'll be like, not now. I'll show you again later, babe. Okay, and I'll wait for it to go back up again.
So here's the thing, right? Like, big disclaimer,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's always bring back the lawyer. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but like, you know, do not trade cryptocurrency if you're new to this.
Yeah.
Please refrain from trading any cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Like, this is a very highly volatile, you know, like market in general. And like, to be fair with you, the feelings that you're going through, like a lot of our community members are also going through. And luckily over the last few months, you know, like after Bitcoin crashed, you know, you remember when we met, we've just launched Saya, right? Like,
no, but it's my Saya has never gone down to a point where I've been worried.
Yeah.
Because it went up so much, dude, that even when it goes down a little bit, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, no,
like
it's mad.
And it basically, it goes up, then it goes down again, but stays there, and then goes up again. But when it goes back down again, it's still way up.
It's
before
healthy,
the last time. Yeah, it's really healthy.
The difference is we are not artificially pumped. We don't do any marketing. Everything that we do is like fully organic and product-led.
You say that, but the amount of work I see you put in with your stories and stuff, you're doing a lot of marketing. You're just being smart and not paying for it, bro. Because the way you're doing it is very clever. You have created something so special and so loved that you end up getting so much free marketing from your community that you don't even realize it. Because, I mean, look, I've never seen another coin where a guy is in the middle of an orchard, surrounded by bees, wearing a beekeeper's hat, made into a meme. I've never seen a community where on a regular people are creating stuff and posting it and doing stuff. Like the Saya community is sick, bro.
No, we good community.
It's sick, and it's not like, you know, you're telling them, hey, let's do this or do that. Before, I've seen it happen. You've announced something. I've taken a shit and come back and there's a meme. Yeah. Already out.
Yeah,
like it's like people are just waiting to just create like some Lamine.
Like the meme game is strong.
Lamine.
Yes, bro.
It's not even Lamine.
Not the first time I'm hearing this, bro.
It all makes sense now. See,
like
the question you should ask yourself is, would you have knocked over the vase if I didn't tell you it was there, bro? Bro, let's talk about what happened after the pre-crash in the summer.
So last time that we met, we talked about we just talked about Saya in general and the big vision, right? And that was like super early in the journey. I think it was like April last time we checked. I'm not so sure. Like I might be wrong here, but
March,
like April, March, maybe even May.
When did you go to America?
I went to New York. I think in June, early June, and then I left.
And we met about 3 months before that.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was already like kind of like a wild time because it was just, you know, remembering me meeting Tatiana like in January, you know, and then a few months later, you know, just taking the decision I'm going to launch my own coin.
How though? Like how do you go from meeting someone, them introducing you to something, and literally 3 months later, you having not you creating. The coin's there, bro. It's there.
No, it's there and growing.
It's like finished, ready, go. I'm already telling people about.
So like it's pretty wild, to be very honest. Like I mean, so I have this thing ever since I'm a little kid. I always like set myself a challenge for the year, and like for instance, like last year or like this year, like I told my sister New Year's Eve, is like I'm gonna become one of the most knowledgeable people in crypto. That's it, you know, and then it's just like, that is my goal for the year, and then I just go and run. The year before that was video editing and video production, flying drones and all that stuff, so I did that as well, you know, and the year before that was like some other design skills that I wanted to acquire, etc. And then, you know, when I took the decision, I want to become the best at crypto, you know, and I met with my dear friend Tatiana. She's getting a lot of love on the show. Tatiana, you need to come.
I think we need to get Tatiana on the show.
Tatiana,
as well.
you definitely have to come. Like she's one of the, she's the OG.
OGs, yeah.
She's the OG, I'm telling you. And then, and then we had the conversation, you know, like about crypto in general. And then because I'm very curious, I called my team up, you know, and back in the day, we only had flooz.link, right? Which is already in itself like a massive undertaking. It's basically rebuilding Shopify on mobile. It's an app of which you can create a website where you can then connect your bank account and start selling services such as Ask Me Anything. You can post your like close friend stories on Flooz, you know, and only your monthly paying subscribers can use it. I don't know why you have a Patreon, not a Flooz, bro.
To be honest, the way I was thinking about it is this. One, I totally agree with you. I should have a Flooz. In fact,
it's like, yalla.
Keep going.
Let's go.
I just want to show you something.
Fucking like,
I just want to show you something.
Flip the script, bro. So yeah, no, like,
find the script to be flipped. So I actually already.
Oh, you downloaded like, well, I'm gonna take my shoe and gonna go full Arab on you, bro.
My shoe's already off, bro. I actually, for those of you who want to see, have a Flooz link.
There you go.
I'm just a lazy. Do you know what it is?
Just slap that shit into your bio right now, bro.
Do you know what it is?
Know, like join the movement.
I
It's
tell you
2021.
why. I tell you why. When I do something, I'm 100%, right?
Yeah.
So when I go to the Flooz link, let me tell you why. When I do a Flooz link, it came to the point where it said put a video, right? A description video so people can start paying stuff. And I really didn't want to put a shit video of me filming on the phone. So what we're going to do is after this, we're going to film one here, telling people to come on the Flooz link because I want it to be good and I want it to be.
It's good,
I don't want somebody.
But that's also good product feedback because we require this right now.
Yeah.
We should make it not.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
so
not mandatory.
I was like, look, do I really want me sitting on a toilet bowl saying, guys, give me some money? No, I want it to be like.
But you know what's funny? So like, just to wrap up very briefly, what flooz.link is, right? Like it's an app for like creators and for businesses and brands.
It's the juggernaut of the apps. It's not just an app. It's a juggernaut.
It's like WeChat a bit. Like it's pretty powerful. But you can create like a little website and then you can sell your service like Ask Me Anything. You can sell your stories. You can sell digital downloads, live events on Zoom. You can even play FIFA with your fans if you wanted to. And then you can get all of these custom in the database and then send them an SMS and an email for free. You know, so that's it. Like just super simple, right?
You can even watch episodes of Jibber with Jabber live while.
Exactly. You know, and so yeah, like and one of the features that we have is that when you create like a product page, you know, where you sell your services, that you can just take a little selfie video and just upload it. Because one thing that we realize with creators, they actually don't like typing. So for them to just take a selfie video and then record and say, hey guys, just I'm selling my new presets, whatever stuff, and then just upload a video as a description. That was like pretty strong. But we didn't encounter, like the good man AJ
Arabs.
being lazy. Like these Arabs, bro.
Do you know what? As soon as we finish this, by tonight, I'll be on Flooz. Okay. So close my Patreon is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Jibber with Jabber. Today I'm with Lamine. You can also sign up to my flooz.link /Jibber with Jabber.
Yeah, that's it.
And be a part of a big community and get everything exclusive, even live episodes. Not this one, but the next time he comes on, we'll get it on there.
It's pretty powerful for podcasters.
Yeah,
like you can literally ask your community to ask you questions beforehand, and then you can answer them.
And even tell them who the guest is as well, and tell them, hey, Thingy's coming next week. Do you want to ask them any questions?
Send them a free SMS, free text. We call it blast, and it's actually pretty cool if you're in the app, and you want to send a message. We call it blast that shit.
Yeah.
How do you want to blast?
I think that's another cool thing which I mentioned last time. Everything you do is very relatable.
Yes.
When it comes to the work, it's very. It seems like it's not on purpose, but it is very thought. I know that because it's you, and you don't do anything by accident. But your juicy bag and all of the terminology that you guys use, it makes you like, if I'm not with these guys, I'm not cool. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, your crypto is like, the currency you have chosen is blah 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 blah. Where with anything Saya or Flooz is just like, let's go, bitches.
Pretty much.
You want to send this bitch? Are you sure? Like, do you know what I mean?
No, it's pretty much like one thing you get to realize, like as you're starting to build, like for the crypto world and for the Web 3.0 world, things are not really accessible in a sense where they are not understandable. Like human ready, and like an idiot proof and degen proof, basically, like pretty much. So if you can use Flooz.trade, we're doing everything right.
Yeah.
So like what we're trying to do is like every time we build a feature, we're trying to like brand it so that people can, click with it. And for me, like the key here is, that when we do a feature, for instance, the buzz on Flooz.trade, which, by the way, I need to rewind a little bit back. So we have flooz.link, which is, a platform for the creator world. And in the future, you'll be able to issue your own creator tokens and creator coins on flooz.link, right? And then one thing we realized is that these coins need to be traded somewhere. So because I have my background is in banking, and like I've built some of the, like biggest neobanks in the world, I just decided, okay, let me just also build a decentralized trading platform where you can then, trade these tokens on. And then because we don't have the tokens yet, but we are working on them, we decided to build this and then, enable anyone on Ethereum on a Binance Smart Chain to start trading. And in that context, we've just launched something 2 weeks ago, which is called the Flooz Buzz. It's just a buzz, right? And like the way that we view it, every time we release a feature, it has to be like a name in itself and it has to be emojified. Because once you can attach an emoji to like a specific feature, it clicks and it stays in the head of the people, right? So with the buzz, like for 1 week, I was just saying, the buzz is coming. And then I just added a B in all my tweets and everything, right? And then all of the sudden this sparked and, and like this got a lot of people, creating the memes of me with like the bees and honeys and this and that. And like, it was quite a vibe.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well. Like little things that make such a difference. Like when it was, do you want the poop emoji with this sound?
Yeah.
Or do you want it like that? Like when you see that, it's like, okay, these guys care about what we think. These guys want us to make choices of how we're going to interact with something we're going to interact with on a daily basis or whatever. And I think, again, that's really cool because I don't see other people doing that. They might try, and they might try a crappy variation of it, but the community is not the same.
No, it's not. Like, I think one thing that we're trying to do really, really well is to just be like a very inclusive community and give as many decisions as we can to the community. So there's this concept which is really interesting in the crypto world, right? It's called a DAO. Now, if I tell you the actual words, you're going to be like, what the hell is this shit? But like a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, of course you did.
Dickhead.
But the idea of a DAO is pretty interesting. It basically, like trying to, like keep it like super, super short, but it's basically a voting or consensus mechanism, which makes no sense in this shit right now, but it basically means, do you want to have this logo or that logo? And then you get a lot of people to vote. This is in very short breaking down what a DAO is.
Democracy.
Right? Pretty much, but like you just make it very easy and everything is, like traceable and you can see all the decisions, why certain decisions have been made, etc. And we're trying to build something that is super inclusive. So when we started Saya, for instance, we sent out type forms to all our community asking, hey, how do you want us to do this? How do you want us to do that? And then they just voted. And then we didn't really take any decisions. What we're doing is we are building a framework of decisions that we would feel comfortable with. But if you go option A or option B, both are fine with us, And this is how we basically built this entire community. And then like over the last few months, like, they've just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger because now the vision trickled down. It is extremely difficult to explain to people that I'm building a whole economy.
Yeah.
Like it's totally mind blowing if you think about it, but like it just.
I totally understand. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys had some VR stuff coming soon, to be honest, because I feel like you're like, oh, you're friends with that person in Germany. No problem.
Yeah.
Put these on and go hang out.
Yeah, no, like it's like, I mean, there's a reason why we're doing an NFT collection, right? And there's the reason why, like I'm very passionate about, what my skill going to be for next year?
Well, tell me, because I know that there's always something that's changing.
So like I'm buying this motion tracking suit, right?
You were going to.
No, I mean, now you have one, so I can just, but I'm going to be up in here, until late at night just wearing that stuff, right? Yeah. But like I want to buy a motion tracking suit and then basically take one of our NFT characters, rig it on on a model, and then, as I move, the character moves. And then I told my team a few weeks ago that this summer, as in like next summer, so in 2022, like I'm only going to have Zoom calls as my own 3D character out there, because I think that is going to be, the next, like one of the next frontier of like media will be synthetic media, where you're not going to sit in front of your YouTube like you usually are, but you're going to be in the metaverse whoever you want to be. You will be wearing whatever skin you want to wear. You know, you can be a monster, you can be a normal person, you can be Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You can wear Yeezys if you wanted to. You can wear Sire merch. You can wear like amazing clothes from Daily Paper if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you know, you want to be, you can be in that world, right?
I can see the issues already happening. Somebody having a Zoom meeting with some honey, bro, and they arrange a date. They go to meet up, and Harry Abdullah turns up, bro.
Shout out Harry Abdullah.
That's not what you look like in our meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like Lara Croft. Yeah, dude, that's insane.
The metaverse is a very, very wild place, and like you will see something that will happen organically, right? Like in the next few years, smartphones are going to become less relevant to the world in general. Like in the next few years, as you know, as we'll be able to fit chips, microphones, sensors, LiDAR radars, and all of that stuff into glasses, you know, batteries and all of that stuff into super, super small wearable glasses. Like, you know, your phone's going to become less important because you have augmented reality. As you walk, you need directions. You're just going to talk to your glasses, get directions.
I don't know how I feel about that, bro.
Listen, here's the thing, right? It's going to happen regardless.
It's already happened because I think Facebook and Ray-Ban already made one.
Yeah, but this is only for recording. It's not for projecting information.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
The real life problems with that, pedophiles standing outside of schools, you know, filming kids and recording. Somebody,
you're going dark, huh?
No,
You're just
but
focusing on the negative shit, bro.
I know, but we do
positive.
We do have to do that. For example, you know, criminals scouting out, you know, operations in people's houses when they leave in the morning, and literally going back and just having it on the laptop and stuff. It's a bit dodge, dude.
It is. I think,
especially that anyone can buy these now.
I really believe that there will be also like a huge, you know, like push in data privacy. You know, like just in general, there will be like a lot of companies and a lot of teams that would, you know, focus on data privacy. And I also think in the future, I'm talking about the next, I don't know, 10 to 20 years, there will be like tech-free zones in the world.
Yeah.
You know, so where you can just enter, but you know, like your tech will either be disabled.
Like drones, when they go up in areas that they're not supposed to be, and they'll just turn off and come down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, but like you have a smartphone and it will just be turned down, you know, or like turned off. And I think like this will happen because like, as cool as it is to live in a virtual world, which, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm a nerd. I dig this shit. You know, like I love getting my hands dirty. That's why I want to, you know, buy the suits and immerse myself into like the metaverse just to see how it is to play with the tech and then to bring it to mass market and make it super easily understandable and acceptable for people. Because I believe there's also like a massive opportunity here. Just think about work, right? Just as a basic example. The future of work will be, I'm going to be sitting in my living room at home. I'm going to be wearing, I'm going to be wearing these goggles. I'm going to be looking around, and then I'm going to be in a virtual office. You're going to be chilling there as well. You're going to have an NFT art piece on the wall. I'm going to ask you if I can buy it. Probably I'm going to use Flooz.trade to buy it off of you, of course. You know, and then, you know, we'll be working in the virtual world, but you'll be, I don't know, in Dubai, and I'll be in Los Angeles, for instance, right? And then we get like all our co-workers to come in, and we have a virtual office where we can actually, you know, work, and it feels like there's a sense of presence. It feels like we're actually present together in a room doing certain things, right? And that, I think, you know, combined with, you know, you can be whoever you want in the metaverse. You can own land as you like it in the metaverse. With the entire NFT space and crypto and Web 3.0, I think that this will radically change humanity forever.
Yeah, but then you
and
know
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying
you know
it's
the
bad.
the British will come and steal your land and they'll put a British flag in it.
I mean, if they're
it'll
early,
be the world all over again, bro. Like, look at all this land I own in the metaverse, and some this belongs to Great Britain, and they'll take it.
That's mad.
And what about the real life? Do you feel like that kind of thing at the same time is a bit dehumanizing? Do you feel like it could go very wrong, where people can stop leaving the house? They can, you know, these guys are with honeys in their fake rooms with their little toys and all that stuff, and you know, people will stop actually meeting up with each other. Because I find it hard enough now trying to have a phone call with someone because of WhatsApp. Honestly, I'm very old-fashioned. I like calling. And 90% of the world are not like that, bro. Especially the younger generation. It's like they don't want to have even a 5-minute chat with you. And I'm like, look, I don't want to have this conversation over the space of 2 days on WhatsApp. Do you know what I mean? I just want to talk to you, see how you feel, hear your voice if there's anything wrong, or, you know, it's nice. I get something out of hearing my friend's voice.
There's a quote from Drake, like, I can't put it together properly, but he says something like, the only people that I care about is the one that I call, or something like that, right? So, so
already, just because of something as small as WhatsApp, that we're losing that.
But here's the thing, right? Like, people living in the metaverse, you know, like in the next decades to come and stuff, you know, they'll be more social than ever. They'll just be different. It would just be a different type of being social, right? And then it is in your responsibility as a parent to make sure that your kids don't spend too much time wearing those goggles.
If you're not sucked in yourself,
For sure.
isn't even worried about their kids, because you're like, hey, listen, I'm with my other kids and they're much cooler than you in in the metaverse.
But you know what I also find very realistic, a very realistic scenario? I think, you know, like as we evolve and as this book is going to become something very custom, I think that the hardware manufacturer of these glasses will put limits to the usage of it. You know, I really feel that, you know, there will be, you know, like a counter movement, and then it's going to become something cool to not be in a metaverse again. It's going to become cool to be in there, you know, to hang out. And then after some time, years and years afterwards, it's going to be cool to say, yo, like digital detox. I'm not in the metaverse. I'm just chilling, you know, with my friends and all of that stuff.
I guess everything news like that. I guess people were kind of thinking the same when FaceTime was first coming out, and they'd be like, oh no, the people would not. But then again, the practical side of it, where you could call your mum in Germany, or you know,
it's it's mine. Stuff like just take a look at the medical research field, right? Like in the future, like, I mean, it's already happening, right? It's already happening now. Like if somebody wants to get a heart surgery and this person is in New York and the best heart surgeon is in Nigeria, these people will wear gloves, and then they're going to be at home, you know, like manipulating a robot in New York to trying to, you know, like do the heart surgery, right? So like the opportunities that we have, and that's why I always look at the bright side of things and not at the what happens with pedophile. Like you're always taking it so dark, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Let's be positive.
Do you know what it is? Is when you become a parent.
Okay, fair enough.
Things change, dude. Like even when I'm walking, I see the guy looked at my kid way too long, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, keep it moving, bro. yeah, exactly. No, I get what you're saying too. You do have to look at the positive sides, but at the same time, we do have to also acknowledge the dangers of the negative sides.
The dangers are definitely there, but like,
especially for people like you, who are creating this stuff. I think the responsibility is much more for you.
So let me tell you a story, right? So when we started Saya, I made a story, you know, like I knew nothing about it. I was like, yo guys, I'm creating this coin. This is a joke. Do not invest. You know, it's just a joke. I just want to play around with the technology and understand how crypto is working, because Tatiana told me it's cool, so check it out. So I was just like, all right, cool. Let me just check it out and try to build something. And then I made the story and I said, like, all of this is, you know, like we're just having fun here. And then all of a sudden I asked the communities, like, yo, like I'm building this. Who wants to help me and who wants to, you know, join? And then I have this super amazing team that you just joined for the right reasons, not because they were driven by money or by whatsoever. They just joined because they liked the idea of what I pitched to them.
Shout them out.
It's like, yeah, of course. Like, so we have Nico, who is an OG in DeFi. We have Flo, you know, like who's working really, really well as well. Like also like, you know, Solidity developer as well. Then we have Ruggero doing front end, Marcello doing the back end. Then we have Boris doing the design. And then we have like, you know, Ivan taking care of community. We have June taking care of communications. We have Tijo and Craig taking care of partnerships. Craig is doing a phenomenal job too. So that is just on the trade side. And then on the link side, obviously, like we have our CTO, Maximus. Like he's the Don. Like he's just like one of the best engineers. Everything I know about engineering, I learned from Maximus, period. And then we have our CPO, Amit. And we have like, have you seen Billions?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? So we have our own Wendy Rhodes.
No way.
I swear to God. So like, I think she was hire number 3 or 4 or something. Like her name is Felicia. Felicia is one of the smartest people in any room, I can tell you this. Like her emotional intelligence is so high, you know. And usually, you know, what I do with Felicia, just like, sorry, taking this little detour, but it's just so dope that I wanted to tell it to you. Usually, when I talk to people in the team and I see some red flags, while I have these conversations, I call her. I say, "Yo, I was talking to this person. There's a red flag. That person has said something that is driven by ego or driven by the wrong values." I tell it to her, and then she sets up coffee dates with, you know, with the team, with the staff, and goes and digs deep into the psychological reasons why and all of that stuff. And usually those things are full-blown therapy sessions, and the team has never been so productive. And it's, you know, like a large reason why is because of Felicia. So we have her, you know, like just to quickly, you know, wrap this up. And then we have Fabian, who is our COO. He's the person who makes sure that everything we do is, you know, like legal, compliant, you know, like that, you know, we pay the bills on time and everything. And then we have like all our mobile devs, you know, from Wojtek, Orgesa, Damilare. We have Karol, who's doing an amazing job doing quality assurance.
The German just came out to be Karol.
Karol. You know, and then we have Matteo, who is doing like a lot of really great work on the design front on flooz.link, right? And then we have like some other people that are also helping us. But that's kind of like, you know, like the entire...
Your starting 11.
Yes, my starting...
Yeah. 25.
35 or something.
And then last but not least, you have AJ, who models socks.
Models the socks.
You know, just
socks,
so basically they look at the calves and everything.
gang.
Gang. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't even know how we got to me introducing the whole team.
Well,
now.
you know, I just thought it's important that you shout them out because, again,
Yes.
you know.
But what was I
everyone's
wanted
integral.
to make a point earlier, like, and I totally lost.
Well, look, this is how a show goes.
Yes,
Sometimes
okay.
I get excited.
It is
Sometimes
what
I
it
get
is.
excited. I have a good idea. I throw it out there,
Yeah.
and yeah.
But no, that is the team. Ah, yeah, here goes. We were talking about the bias. We weren't talking about it, but I was bringing it to the bias, right? Like of like augmented reality and like virtual reality and all of that stuff and like the effect on humanity. So when I was calling, you know, like when I made the story and I said, yo team, you know, like who wants to join, etc. We had like some people applying, and then I was talking to them like Nico, etc. You know, like in the DeFi space. And I was telling them my vision is the following, right? You can currently buy shares into Apple, Disney, Tesla, and all these great companies in the world, right? But I cannot buy a share into your future as a person, right? And I think that the next frontier of entrepreneurship will be people being able to buy into other people because they believe in them, right? They don't believe in brands. People make the brands. You have like, you know, like big name celebrities endorsing a specific brand. All of a sudden the brand is hip and cool, right? So like I really believe in it. And then like the entire team got hyped of the idea of just building creator coins and creator tokens and the entire NFT space. And then I told them we need to hold off on this. And then they were like, okay, why? And then I told them it's like, we do not know the psychological impact that it will have when you have a token. So in our case, right, like Saya is basically, you know, it may sound crazy, it might sound like I'm totally delusional right now, but like Saya is pretty much, it could have been also called the Lamine token. You know, because I activated a community, you know, like I pushed it out, you know, and I tried to, you know, spread the vision of the things that I fundamentally believe in and get everyone to be hyped about the vision, right? But when Bitcoin crashed, and it also took our token with us, and we had like this bloody summer that was just disgusting, you know, it had some effect on me also like as a person. Because once you have a token, you know, that your name is attributed to it, you know, you have psychological pressure, you know, because you have all of a sudden all these 30,000 stakeholders that you need to manage and all of that stuff. And what I told Nico, like we had a long conversation about this, is like, we need to be super careful because one thing that's going to happen, to just paint a dark picture for a second, is like there will be the first people committing suicide when their coin price crashes. Imagine you have a coin in your own name, people buy into it, and then all of a sudden somebody makes some wild allegations of you, the coin price goes down, and people will all of a sudden, you know, compare their personal self-esteem to the value and the price of the token itself. And this is something that is super, super dangerous. So I told, you know, to Nico and to the team, is like, we need to make sure that we talk with psychologists about it. We need to make sure that we embed it into a way that, you know, like people are not going to value their self-esteem with their own token. Because creating a token itself technically is a cool challenge. It's cool to sit down, fiddle around. How could this work? What happens when the price goes up and all of that stuff? What are we doing with royalties? All of these things are super cool. But the long-term effects of it, like I'm not even thinking about it in a sense where like, okay, we have to build it how? It's like, okay, yeah, we have to build it, but who is controlling the bias of it? And what happens if we have the first suicide cases? And this is, it's a huge responsibility to already think now about these things that will happen in the future.
But especially someone like you, because it's not just a name. It's a face, it's a personality.
It's your identity.
It's because you really have put yourself behind this 198%.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no turning back, bro.
There's 2% left, bro, and that's it. It's done. Yeah. So, I mean, because of the confidence that you have in it and your belief in that you have in what you're doing, and because it comes from a place of love, and because you have such a big, I mean, I think people think they know Lamine's bigger picture. You don't, guys. You really don't. Like, you are the Nelson Mandela of science. Straight up, like you are the Florence Nightingale and the Nelson Mandela of Saya, and you're, like I said, you're doing things because you genuinely wanna, you know, do the Robin Hood.
Yeah.
You know, without stealing from the rich, just straight up, just changing people's lives.
Just look at it. Like, it's quite mad in which world we're living. If I'm an artist today, you know, and I'm really good at producing music, for instance, I put the music out, I need to sign up with the record label, and like all of these stakeholders and middlemen take so much equity and so much, you know, like revenue from you away. Now we're entering a phase where all of a sudden, you know, like everyone is becoming an owner and a collector. Like everyone is becoming an owner and a collector. Like I cannot express this more often. So we have this kid on our team, right? His name is Joshua. Joshua is responsible for everything NFT related for our art work. I always call him the next Virgil Abloh because he just has so much drip, you know. And like when, every time me and him we talk, like on a very like meta level of where this entire thing is going, etc. We always end up to the point where people want to become owners. There's no more like, if you're a musician and you create a super super dope song, why is so much revenue going to like some centralized entity somewhere where you could really be sharing the royalties and the revenues with the entire fan base, incentivizing your fan base to spread the word for you in the form of a contest? Just imagine like, hey, I'm going to give away 5% of my royalties to the person who makes a video that goes viral on TikTok. Then all of a sudden you activate your community of tens of thousands of people. They are all motivated to try to do it because they know their reward will be that they get a share of all the royalties and revenue that you generate with the song. You win because you activate a community. They create all this content for you and push your message out. Streaming numbers go up, more royalty comes in, you split them with the... So what I'm saying is like we're going into this world where ownership is going to become the main topic in the next 10 years. And we are here to build entire infrastructure. And it really starts, with like flooz.link as a place where you can, own parts of the internet, like that's your corner. You can do with it whatever you want. You can present yourself the way you want to, you can put your NFT profile pictures in there. You can do whatever you want in that. That's the corner of the internet. It's kind of like MySpace meets Shopify, right, on that front. And then we built Flooz.trade, which is kind of like similar to PayPal that empowers the entire thing. But you cannot give ownership to people if they don't have a wallet, if they don't understand crypto and all of that stuff. And giving our background, it was just like very straightforward for us to then just say, okay, you know what, we're going to build the best wallet out there.
Yeah.
Period. It's going to be multi-chain, so you'll be able to trade, like on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Matic, I don't know, like Avalanche, Arbitrum, Optimism, like Solana, like Cardano, like all these different, blockchain you'll be able to trade on them. You'll be able to trade between them. So if you have money like on your Binance Smart Chain, for instance, and you want to move it to Ethereum, or from Ethereum to Solana, whatever, like we'll enable and facilitate this. And we're going to make this entire experience super social with the buzz,
and super easy.
And super easy, and that's why we have to, when we build these products, always have in mind that people who are using this, we need to address it to like a younger demographic that is just starting off understanding crypto. Because here's the thing, right? One thing that I've learned building like, I don't know, the N26 cookies, some stuff at Klarna and some stuff in Hong Kong, right? Like when I built all these banking experiences, when you build for 18-year-old, their financial needs are very basic. The financial needs of an 18-year-old is they need a wallet. They need to be able to send money to friends, family, and also pay some bills. And they need some way of spending the money using a card. This is like for an 18-year-old, this is the entire world, of financial needs that they have. And as you grow and you become, like more mature, let's say you're 25 years old now, all of a sudden you're thinking about buying your first car. Then you need a loan, all of a sudden lending products become interesting, etc. And then the older you get, then you're like, okay, now I want to invest. So if you build for the bracket of like, let's say 18 to 20 years old first, and then as your product grow, your user base grows with you, this is when you hit the zeitgeist, we say it in German, like the point in time that where people just start, where it starts to make click.
The eureka moment.
Exactly. And this is all that we're doing. So now we have Flooz.trade as the decentralized platform, kind of like the PayPal, empowering the Shopify that we kind of like built. And now we also like building like, like we have Saya, the underlying currency that empowers the entire economy, and that is the currency of the economy that we're creating. And now we're launching entire NFT products with super keys, and like that's also some next level crazy shit.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about. I mean, wait, you look a bit thirsty, bro.
Oh, is it the time?
Do you need maybe have a drink? I mean, I always find that C4 always gets me.
What's it called? Called C4.
It always gets me ready for the.
Am I also getting a discount code now?
Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro. Got crates of it coming there.
C4.
Do you know what? This is actually the baddest shit ever. 0 sugar, 0 carbs. Boom, gets you going, bro. It's the sire of Red Bulls and all of those stuff. Yeah, it's taken over. It's the community, bro.
C4, I don't know you, but I'm supporting my homie AJ. C4 is the best drink out there.
Okay, what are NFTs today, really?
Remember last time we talked about NFTs?
Yep. And I learned nothing.
You need to slap
Let's be honest. Even the other day, I was like, bro, when are you going to make me an NFT? All you had to say was, when you tell me what an NFT is, I'll make you an NFT.
Well, instead I ask you for
and that way I would...
Should we not talk about this?
Okay, let's talk about what my request was.
No, it's fine. So NFTs. Okay, so NFT stands for non-fungible token. Sounds crazy, right? But it's basically like any token, right? Like any token that is non-fungible, so non-divisible, right? Dividable. And the idea behind an NFT is, you can really put a lot of stuff into it. So like if you just look at the future, when I, for instance, I need my university diploma, right? What do I need to do? I need to call my university and say, yo, I lost my fucking, St. Andrews diploma that I went to the School of Computer Science. I lost it. I need this fucking piece of paper because I need to do XYZ, right? And then it's like, you need to wait, go on a hotline, wait for the people to come, blah, blah, blah. In the future, and that just goes for any, records, right? But in the future, your university degree will be on the blockchain as form as an NFT that is uniquely attributed to you as a person. So your university diploma will be connected to your wallet in the Web 3.0 world. And then you're going to take this wallet and you'll be able to passport it into different things. So if I then wanted to apply for a specific job, instead of sending my application, I can just connect my wallet, and then that specific NFT with my university degree, grades and all that stuff will automatically be imported into the application process of the company that is going to hire me.
So the same wallet that you have your crypto in?
Pretty much, yes.
Is there like an NFT, like, you have all your coins, I have my Saya, my BNB, is there an NFT one that?
We're building it right now.
There you go.
Like, we're building it.
I ain't stupid. Like I know what I'm doing, bro. I know what I'm doing, bro.
With the plugs. So
Okay.
So our own wallet is gonna come end of Q1, and it's basically everything that we built today on Flooz.trade, which includes like the multi-chain, cross-chain, all the buzz stuff that we are doing. The fact that you can buy crypto with Apple Pay, like just click and then you get it. And also like the so like those are the things that we are offering, and on top of this is obviously like an entire NFT marketplace where we're gonna take all the flooz.link NFTs that our creator are creating, and we're gonna dunk them into Flooz.trade, and then we're gonna use super keys for that.
Okay, now we go on to what are super keys, bro.
I was like, these segues, bro, like,
Yeah.
smooth, bro. So smooth.
A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Yeah. So, when is this airing?
This is airing tomorrow,
Okay, I might.
or maybe the day after, because somebody went on a yacht party and delayed 5 days, bro.
Yes. I might get in trouble with this. Can we air it out like a few days later?
When?
Maybe, I don't know, like 2-3 days later, and then I can drop it. Then we can drop the bomb.
Okay,
So yeah.
drop the
Okay.
bomb, drop the
So
bomb.
I'm just gonna.
I
Drop
might,
the
I
bomb.
might not. It depends how my NFTs are doing.
Okay. So like the basic concept of an NFT is understood, right? How are NFT used today? Well, you have platforms like, for instance, OpenSea that are massive NFT marketplaces. Coinbase, with their 50-60 million users, give or take, they're also launching their own marketplace right now. So NFT marketplaces are becoming increasingly more popular, and people are much more interested into buying these NFTs.
So Coinbase are launching one.
Yeah, they're launching one right now.
Cute.
Like,
That's cute. Keep your eyes open for Coinbase.
yeah, we're coming for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but also mad respect, because they did a lot into humanizing.
Yeah, mad
CryptoPod.
respect, but cute.
Yep. So the entire idea is that these unique tokens or these unique smart contracts that are in form of an NFT, you can buy them, you can trade them, and hopefully they will increase in value. But what is driving the value? The value has been driven by the utility assigned to the NFT. So if I buy an NFT and the only thing that I get is like a JPEG from a monkey, or like a JPEG from whatever stuff, but there is no utility to it, you might, as an NFT creator, have a quick money grab where you build something, you put it out there, you sell this, and you have enough money, you can buy yourself a Lambo, when Lambo and type of shit. But the reality is then all the people who bought your NFT, they are left with a picture, and if there's not a strong community behind it pushing it, or if there's not a lot of utility driving the value of the NFT, then NFT is pretty useless. And that is exactly what is currently happening. NFTs right now in 2021 are the shit coins of March 2021. All the shit coins that just went up in value just because they've been artificially hyped and pumped. No worries. Let it out, bro.
I've been farting for the last hour, bro. So you telling me, you giving me permission to let the burp out? It's like, but yeah, go on.
Mashallah, bro. Just let it go. No, but like the bro, like you with the fucking like this, like totally confused me now.
The NFT.
Yes. So the NFT right now, like I would say, like 98% of all the NFT on the market, they are losing value day over day, right? Because there is either no strong community behind it, or there is no strong utility behind it. So you need one of these twos to really drive the value of an NFT up. So to give you an example, the CryptoPunks were one of the first NFTs out there, and then you see people like Jay-Z, you know, putting a CryptoPunk in there. And that is just a flex. That is like, you know, you just
because I
saying,
can.
yeah, you just like, I can drop like $1 million on an NFT because I'm dope. You know, like that's just a straight up flex. And but not many people can do so, right? And with the NFT games, it's similar with the art game. You have to just be early and cop the right ones. And then once you have them, you can have this flex. But even with the CryptoPunks, there is no actual utility driven. So the CryptoPunks are, you know, like getting stronger and stronger just because the people who are buying them are powerful people. And then, you know, you become an NFT connoisseur by owning one of them, right? But for the majority of the NFT that have been released this year, it's just a money grab for the most part of it. And it's not to put everyone in one basket, because you can never do so. Some people have genuine good intentions with it, you know, but they lack the utility part. And what we are doing is pretty nuts. Like, we are building this thing, we call it the super keys.
Wait, because who is it that does the NFTs for you again? Remind me his name.
Josh.
Josh. You're about to see which part we're going to make an NFT of this episode right now. Please go ahead.
Yes. So Josh, like, if you're seeing this, I don't even know which camera
That's
to look at.
That's
like,
your
which
camera
one,
right
which
there.
one? This one?
Yeah.
This one? That one? Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, Josh, if you're seeing this, like, please, let's get AJ an NFT, like a one-on-one. So otherwise he's gonna kill me. No, but like so super keys in very short. So we have this platform, flooz.link, with which you can create the website where you can sell services, right? And these services currently you can only purchase them as a fan using fiat money, as in you can, you know, we have integrated PayPal and Stripe and so forth, and then you can pay. But PayPal and Stripe, etc., they're mostly relevant for Europeans and for North Americans.
Countries like Lebanon
US.
don't have PayPal.
Exactly, yes. Same thing with a lot of countries in Africa, right? They just don't have access to it. But now what we're doing is we're replacing this entire thing with something we call super keys. So we're enabling everyone who's ever created an NFT to just lock this NFT behind their profile and saying, hey, if you want to see my live events, if you want to join my club, as in like physical events, you know, if you want to like ask me a question, whatever, you need my NFT to do so. Now, all of a sudden, this NFT has utility, right?
It becomes a ticket.
It becomes a ticket for everything. And like now we're going to go a bit crazy, okay? Like now I'm going to explain to you why we're doing that.
Now we're going crazy?
No.
Before we were going crazy for the last 48 minutes, bro.
It's like, no, that was super chill. So here's the thing, right?
Timestamp.
So yeah. So you have the super key concept, which gives every artist in the world the opportunity to lock content and access behind an NFT. So taking it a bit step further, like you can not just lock it behind an NFT in general, but you can lock it behind attributes of an NFT.
Wow.
So let's say
individual.
Exactly. So let's say you own one of the 10,000 bought yacht ape clubs. I always say yacht like a German.
Yeah.
I'm German. Like yacht. It was a yacht.
Yacht.
A yacht.
Yeah.
So imagine you own one of the, you know, bought yacht ape club. Like
just say it in German.
Yeah, it's gelangweilter Affe Club.
Yeah.
Gelangweilter
Affe Club. You own what? Yeah.
So just imagine you own one of them, right? And then like you say, listen, like only the ones who have the golden version of it get my SMS.
Wow.
Only the ones who have the golden version with a specific hat get access to my poker night that I'm organizing in Los Angeles. You know, so all of a sudden you can go as granular as the unique attributes of each NFT and lock these attributes behind, you know, like a wall of content. So it basically means that flooz.link is just building utility, but at a pace that is just insane. I mean, we're dropping a massive feature each week. You know, last week we dropped augmented reality cameras, you know, just to just have a little flex. Then the week before that, we dropped the SMS and email send outs that you can do for free, etc. Right? So
where are the augmented cameras? Because I didn't see it yet.
When you answer a question, for instance, or when you take a video, or when you upload a profile picture, then you know the augmented reality camera pops up. There's some beautify filters and soon also some NFT filters.
I won't need any of those beautify filters.
Bro, you fresh.
That's it.
You fresh to death.
By the way, any of you guys that have the NFT of this picture here with the Sire socks, will get exclusive access to the podcast. Yes. Any of you peasants that had my previous socks before at the beginning of the episode, you can have a picture or something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, that is just in general the concept of super keys, right?
Wow.
But here's where it gets crazy. On OpenSea right now, you have roughly 300,000 creators, and like a large share of these NFT projects have 10,000 holders. Or 10,000 NFT holders, right? So the Bored Yacht Ape Club did one, and then you can mint one of the 10,000 uniquely programmatically generated pictures or NFTs, and then you can own them, right? But like a lot of these 300,000 people that are creating these NFTs have like, like thousands of people that own their things. Now, all of a sudden, we can go to all of them and tell them, just download flooz.link. It's your website out of the box. You can get all the content. You can sell all these services, only to the people who own your specific NFT. So everyone who was suffering finding utility for it, all of a sudden has instant utility. Like we are building this feature right now, for instance, which is kind of like an Eventbrite and Ticketmaster feature. So if you own the NFT, you basically get a ticket in your Apple Wallet, and then you can go to like a club and then just show it up. So all of a sudden, you created like an entire collection, and you say, hey, there's a secret party in New York. You send an SMS to everyone who only who only has the golden version of the, Board Yacht Ape Club as an example. And I'm shouting them out so many times. Yo, guys, if the Board Yacht Ape Club or anyone on Twitter sees this, yo, let's link up. Let's reach out,
Fuck that shit. It's my podcast. Send me some shit, bro.
No, let's link up. Let's link up. Like, we're doing some dope stuff, like, and we would love to work with you guys. But that being said, all of the sudden, like every NFT creator has this granular control over their communities and can send them and blast them messages. That's one part, right? And then we are building, and that's only on flooz.link. And then, of course, when you have these NFTs, you need to be able to trade them and buy and sell them. And now all of a sudden, you have our wallet, which is flooz.trade, where you can then take these NFTs and then can start trading them. So if I want to unlock your content and I don't have your NFT, it would say, oh, you don't have the NFT. Don't worry, buy it here. You click on buy it here. You get redirected to flooz.trade, where you can then buy it. And once you bought it, because I own the ecosystem, it's like Apple, right? I have AirPods because they work seamlessly with my iPhone and with my iPad. That's the only reason why. They're not the best headphones in the world, but I have them because I put them on.
They link.
And they're connected.
Apple phone, Apple Watch.
And the same thing we have with flooz.link and flooz.trade. So on one platform, you have the biggest creators in the world, the biggest brand already using it, and they need a wallet, and like a place where you can trade these things. So this is how we connect it. And now enters our own collection. And this is where things are going to get magic crazy. So we are building these 10,000 uniquely created, avatars, basically.
Which are dope.
They look fire. Like, I don't know if we can blend them in somewhere.
We can put them in here for sure. Or we can just put a picture of your office and show the background.
I'm
on your case, bro. I'm on you, bro. I'm on your boys do. We support, man. We support.
Mad love. I feel it. So like I printed like, I don't know, I think like 24 of our own, NFTs, and I put them on my wall in my office, and they look pretty cool. Not even remotely close to what is going on here, but like they look fairly cool. So the artwork in itself is fire, and it's a piece of art that you can already use. But here's how we're doing it. So we're first launching an NFT generator. So you can just go on flooz.link. There'll be like a subdomain. You can go in there, you can generate your own NFT. Like, it's like literally like we are competing against Bitmoji and Mimoji and like all of these, avatar generation tools right now, right? Wow. So you can just go in there, have the best fire artwork that is, has a lot of like pieces of culture embedded in them. So one of my homies is, for instance, Hussein from Daily Paper. He has this super cool chain, and every time I see him, it's like, yo, I want this chain too, but like, it's limited, so I don't have it. So what I did, I was like, yo, are you okay if I just, like, if we put this, like on an avatar, So we just did and put it on his avatar. So like it's really, really nice artwork to begin with. But here's the thing. Everyone can create these things, and we're expecting hundreds of thousands of people to just create their own, 3D or like 2D avatar at first, and soon in 3D.
You almost let it slip there.
But you can create your own avatar. And then once you do so, enter a raffle to win one of the 10,000s, because we're going to keep the Genesis collection. It's called Gen F for, Generation Flooz or Genesis Flooz or Generation Fuck You, whatever you want to call it.
Generation go fuck yourself, every other person.
Pretty much. But like, we're creating this entire first collection. Everyone can, just play around with it and experience the artwork. But only 10,000 people get the chance to actually mint it and to own that specific NFT that they've created, right?
9,999.
I might change that now. So we're doing this, but what we are actually doing is the following. The utility behind our own NFT collection means, first of all, you get access to all the super keys ever created.
Wow.
So if you own one of the Gen F NFTs, you will have access to whatever a creator is creating on flooz.link and gating behind an NFT.
Which I do. I own one of them.
Yes. Like,
please.
You do like, I said, like, Josh,
Josh,
if you listen to this,
just do an NFT
please,
with
bro,
a big, massive nose, bro, and headphones. Big nose and headphones. That's all we need, bro. Yeah.
No, but just play along with this. The bigger flooz.link gets, right, and the more people use super keys, the more valuable.
When?
Like in the next few days.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying
yeah.
the appropriate word you're missing out is
yes.
when.
Yeah. In the next few days, all of this shit gonna be dropping.
Damn.
But like, you have to understand, like once flooz.link and the super keys become heavily used, you owning one of the Genesis avatars will give you access to whatever people create in there.
Wow.
Of course, the creator always has the right to opt out of the Gen F, community, but it's not going to help them because we have a very strong community and they are all intrinsically motivated to helping you. So that is the first utility. Then we have some other utilities that I cannot talk about. Another one I can tell you already is like on Flooz.trade, we have something we call God mode. And if you own a certain amount, of course you know God mode.
I frequently press God mode because I can. Like I said, gangster fish.
Big gangster fish. So God mode, in very short, is just again one of these branded things that we did to explain to people that it's nothing else but a premium version of Flooz.trade. So if you have God mode enabled, it means you need to hold a certain amount of SIA tokens, our proprietary currency. And if you do so, you basically don't pay any fees. You get unlimited referrals.
No slippage, no gas fees.
No gas, none of that shit.
I just wanted to mention that.
Yes,
I remember something from the last episode.
Big buzzwords.
yeah, right.
No, but you can do like a lot of cool stuff, and like especially like on the buzz and on the feed, you can do like a lot of fun stuff. So, and then if you own the Genesis collection, Gen F collection of our own NFTs, you basically get access to also God mode out of the box, so you don't have to pay for it. And then 10,000 people can have God mode for free, basically. And then there's 2-3 other big pieces of utility I cannot yet reveal.
Well, you can't reveal it, but what it is, if you go onto my flooz.link, we will have another 20 minutes of the episode after, which is exclusive for those who are subscribed, and then you'll find out exactly what's going to happen.
That's actually very smart idea.
I think what's important, I just want to interrupt you for a second. Again, what you guys are doing is it's not only people can create their own NFTs, fine. It's people create their own NFTs with ease. That's the main thing. It's not that, you can create NFTs. Yeah, cool.
You'll be also
you can easily do it, as in have fun with it.
You know what's really cool? Like, because we know that a lot of people who bought SIA are first-time crypto investors, right? And a lot of people who are going to buy our own collection will also be first-time NFT investors. We are making it possible, and like fingers crossed everything goes, in time and stuff, but we are making possible for you to just use Apple Pay and your credit card to buy the NFTs without even needing, to do all this crypto madness and buy this token first and then swap it for this and this and that. So we're just making it that simple for you.
You could do that, or you could get some SIA.
Yes, we can get some SIA.
And then we'll talk.
So but like what we're really doing here, right, with this collection. So I have this super wild thought, right? Like I met some people that built Amex in the past, right? Like the credit card. And what Amex has done really, really well is they have created this massive network of partnerships. And then I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool that if I own, like a Gen F, NFT, that I can go, I don't know, to Dubai at the airport and have priority access in the lane?
Wow.
Wouldn't it be cool that if I go, I don't know, to McDonald's, please reach out. I'd like to work with you. But wouldn't it be cool that I get a McCoffee, like a coffee for free, just because I own the NFT?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool that I go in Italy in the smallest little village and I get a like free ice cream just because I own the NFT, right?
Yeah.
And I thought and this thought, like keeps circling in my head. And then I was just like, hold on, with the release of our 10,000 NFTs, we basically have a community of 10,000 people that have ownership over the whole thing that we're doing. They are owners, they're shareholders. So they have a very strong incentive and motivation to get flooz.link popping. Because once flooz.link is popping and all these businesses start using it, like we're talking about like nightclubs, we're talking about restaurants. Imagine you can only go to a restaurant if you own our own NFTs. I know this may sound crazy, but like if you ask me, it's just a few months out and then we there.
I can just imagine because you go into another country and they'll be like, have you been vaccinated? Nah, I own this NFT. They're like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were with Lamine. No problem. Come on through. No quarantine. It's fine.
No, it's pretty mind-blowing because all of the sudden we have 10,000 people that are intrinsically motivated in taking what we've built with flooz.link and telling the entire world, yo, everyone create your super keys. And then we're gonna have some fun. Because what we're launching then, right after we launch our NFT release, of our own collection, we're launching city battles.
Okay.
London versus Dubai. stuff like this, and then see
I
where
feel
can
torn because they're both me.
Yes.
Where do I start?
That's why I started. A little derby over there.
Yeah, that's it.
But like all of the sudden you have like in a very playful way, you incentivize people to go out, spread the word about flooz.link. The entire ecosystem is growing. The currency behind it is growing, etc. And you have 10,000 people that are highly incentivized to get everyone on flooz.link. The more super keys you have, the more valuable your NFT is.
Wow.
And this is, and that's just, it's just.
That's just
on
the
the
beginning.
side.
Go on to flooz.link /Jibber with Jabber to hear the other thing. I really want to talk about how Sai is doing, but before I do, no financial advice. But if you don't own any Saya, then just.
You've been meaning to press that button for
Right.
a minute now, bro.
I think that's the first time
Look
I
at this
pressed it on this episode. Yeah, let's talk about how Saya is doing today because, bro, it's
interesting.
It's doing really well. And before we even go into that, have you realized how much of your brain is like Inception?
What do you mean?
Because everything you do is like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. I can just picture Leonardo DiCaprio running around the place just trying to figure it all out. It's always like you don't do anything. Like most people go, here's my goal.
Yeah.
And they're satisfied with that. They reach their goal and it's done. You go, here's my... There's another goal there. Yep. Okay, no, wait, there's another 2 goals in there.
Yeah.
And it's like constant layering. Do you as a person ever get tired of this overdrive in the brain?
That's a good question. And the answer is hell no.
Hell
bro.
no,
Hell no,
player.
bro.
Yeah.
Like if you spend a day in my head, like you have like little monkeys, like
Yeah.
like playing instruments and stuff.
You can also get the NFT of those monkeys,
yes.
which will be on Flooz.trade.
No, but like it's a very good question. Like I don't ever feel tired of it. Like what I'm doing is my hobby, it's my passion. Like I love this shit, man. I live for this shit, and no one wants this shit more than I do, man. There's like
I got Saya tokens, bro.
No, but the willpower, bro. The willpower is just insane. Like, I mean, you have to understand, I wake up every morning, I get to work with the like most amazing talents in the world that are all there for the right reasons.
Thank you, bro.
Like, you're welcome, Archie. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, like I definitely don't feel like sometimes it gets a bit. So when I'm in a dinner table, for instance, and people ask me what do you do, that is always like a very tricky.
Yeah. It's like, what don't I do, motherfucker?
Like, no, but I just tell them like, yeah, I do the internet stuff.
Yeah.
That is always the short answer because I don't even want to get into it because then like. When I start talking, people usually, like it takes a minute, and all of a sudden, like, what? And then they leave, and then their head is like, in flames. But it's definitely difficult to put it into like one sentence. The fact that you build like an entire economy where you have businesses and brands and creators that can have a space like a storefront basically, but you also build the bank and the banking infrastructure, and you also own the currency, and then you also build like this entire NFT community that gives real world access to like all of these things. The layers on top of it are very in depth, and like I try to explain. I only need to explain to a few people in my team exactly what we're doing, and they cascade it to the rest of the team. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now that people don't even understand. And that's why I don't express all the information I have in my head all the time, because otherwise people will be like, okay, he's just going crazy right now. But I already have Q3 next year planned in my head. Like I know exactly what's going to happen in Q3 next year. Like for me, my job in terms of building the product on flooz.link and on Flooz.trade is done. I have this super amazing team. I have like Maximus, my CTO, Amit, my CPO, and I'm hiring some really good design talent on top of this that are just going to take whatever I initiated and started and going to take it and build like $100 billion company in the next few months and years to come, right? So like that part is done, but in my head I'm already okay, like what's next, and I have one guiding vision that is helping me get there, right? So there's this thing like the United Nations has put out something it's called the 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay.
And it's basically summarizing the 17 biggest problems that we have in the world, like zero hunger, like is one problem, giving everyone equal economic, opportunities, another problem, etc. So like all of these, there are 17 problems. And like my vision is that I really fundamentally believe that we have all the skill sets, all the talent, all the knowledge in the world accessible to solve a large chunk of these problems if we have the financial infrastructure to do so. You know, so like in an ideal world, what I would do is I would build like 17 teams, you know, and trying to fix as many problems as we have in the world. I'm not driven by money. I'm not driven by any of this stuff. Like, it's cool, right? But here's the thing. I once read the statistics in Berlin, right? If in Berlin, and don't quote me on this, I'm just saying stuff just to make a point, right? But if in Berlin, I think you own $65,000 or euros a year, and someone else earns $150,000 or euros a year, the difference in the lifestyle is not that big. You know what I'm saying? You can still take a taxi everywhere. You can still go to a restaurant or order food as many times as you like. You know, the difference in lifestyle is just marginal, right? So you just need like some money, obviously, to sustain, etc. But I personally think that, you know, like we're all in life to serve a specific purpose. And, you know, the older I get, and now it sounds silly, but like the more I feel that, you know, my purpose has been to fix a lot of the problems that we have, you know, like as society. And I know this sounds totally crazy, but like the older I get, the more I realize that like I'm not even in control of my own life right now. I do feel that someone else is, you know, like behind the steering wheel. Like, I mean, like the people that I talk to, the people that I work with, like, you know, like the entourage that I have around me, you know, and everything, all of this is happening organically. I don't feel that I'm in control of any of this. Like, I'm just sitting there, you know, I have this vision and I'm just trying to steer the ship, but everything else is just happening organically around me.
Here's an important question. Don't take this to heart, or don't take this in a, in a, I don't know how to frame it, touch wood. What happens if Lamine dies tomorrow?
That's definitely like a disgustingly
No,
dark question.
but I mean, in a sense where you have so many plans, have you put things in place to continue the legacy, or do you feel like your team is in a place where they can be without you? I mean, it's a weird question to ask someone.
No.
But at the same time, it's like you are creating something that is going to outlast you and is going to, you know, like you said, trying to change the world and all that stuff. So have you ever thought about that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. Like I feel like I had a really long conversation with Felicia, you know, our own Wendy Rhodes. She's the best, you know, and like we talked about this, and like I always tell her, you know, like if I'm in the smartest in the room when we have our meetings, I'm definitely in the wrong room. So we need to hire.
Smartest in the room, you need to get out. Find another room.
I need to get out of that room. Like I need everyone in the room that I'm into to be significantly smarter and better at what they do. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I studied computer science. You know, like I know a few things here and there. Like I know how to build products. I know how to motivate a team and move everything forward. But at the end of the day, like my job really is like, and Felicia puts it very nicely. She was like, you're not a CEO, you're CVO. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're Chief Vision Officer. Your only responsibility and to do is to carry out the vision to as many people as possible. And obviously, like a few things, make sure you have enough money on the bank, make sure that we hire the best team and some other things, right? But the only thing I need to do is, you know, like carry my vision out. So, and I feel that now we've reached a maturity level of the company and, you know, with my team where I can honestly say I have like one of the most talented people, you know, in the world building the stuff that we are building. And trust me, I've been working with teams of like hundreds of people and it's like, I've seen shit, right? But these people that we now have, they're extremely talented and I've passed on everything as much as I could so that I'm out. So like right now, like I'm working on this project that I'm not allowed to talk about, but it's quite a big deal that I'm working on right now with some really, really, really smart kids. And I just was able to send a voice message. This is how I communicate on Slack, just a voice message. Yo, guys, I need a whole week. Please take care of everything. This is what we need to do. That's it. And then I get a message from a team. We got your back. Don't worry. Just do your thing. You know, and like this is, you know, like, so in your dark picture, you know, the team will be able to carry it along. And if I was sitting here and telling you the opposite, then I would have failed at my job. Like, I don't need to, like, here's the thing, as a founder and as
not ego.
No, it's not like, I genuinely don't care if you are working with us as an intern, for instance, and you call me and say, yo, Lamine, this is bullshit. I'm like, I bet, why is it? Let's talk about it. I don't take this personally because, again, it's not my job to sit there, be ego-driven and just talk about, oh, yeah, this is, you know, that's the direction and we have to do this. And like, no, like if you present a design to me and I'm a designer myself, right? And I don't like the designer, I'm not going to overrule it just because I don't like the design. You are here to make a better job than I could do, right? So like, if you feel that that is the right decision and the right thing and you have some data, etc., to back it up, then go ahead and do it.
Thank you.
But like you're more than welcome. You're free to design everything. We actually on that note, right? Because like company culture is something that I'm like deeply, I deeply care about, right? We wrote a company handbook.
Nice.
Like a whole book, that I told Felicia she needs to write a book now and release it soon. So like she's trying to,
Nice.
like Felicia, like your name
This
get
one,
also
this one.
Yeah. Philly, please let's release this book. So like Philly and I, we were sitting like for probably 1 month to just write down how we work, what we value, and all of that stuff. And the shit that is in there is like it's pretty deep. Like usually when people come, they read it, and like we've built the system, where we have like these microorganisms and people just organize themselves, etc. And then, they achieve greatness, and we are only there to help and support them. It's just mind blowing. And on that note, with that company handbook, there's one thing where we say, we want to empower all the people that are working with us. Now, let me tell you like how Philly and I work, right? So Philly has, and I hope that I'm not going to get killed for this. I hope I'm not going to get killed for this. But Philly had a conversation with one of our teammates. And one of our teammates, every week we have these weekly learning sessions where one of the mates, like girls or guys, where they present a specific topic in the team. Crypto basics, what are NFTs, this and that, right? Like just to get everyone, to share knowledge amongst the team. And one of the people that had a presentation this week, I'm not going to say who it is, because I don't want to get killed. But one of the people that had a presentation, got a bit stage fright. And then Philly calls me and tells me, so I talked with this person and they're doing this, like this presentation about the specific topic, but they keep saying that they are, like uncomfortable and this and that, and they don't know how to deal with it, I was like, okay, cool. What I did after we called, I called that person up and I was like, listen, so this is what's going to happen, right? You're presenting in front of 30, 40 people on Zoom. I know it gets, like quite intimidating because you have to do this shit and you have to be on point. And if you're not used to being on stage, it's a bit shit and this and that. And I was like, just go on Zoom, click on Philly's picture, pin her, make her big and forget the rest and just talk to her. That's it, But that's what I mean. Like we are really empowering our people. So if Felicia sees a behavior that is weird or I see behavior that is weird, we then go in there and we try to, like to help and support the people. Because ultimately, if that person does a great job at explaining what are NFTs or whatever stuff, I don't have to, I'm making myself like redundant.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I need to be doing. My job is not to actually sit there and work. Don't get me wrong, I can do it and I love doing this shit. That's why, like I fucking, murk it when I wake up in the morning because I'm just, let's get this, let's get this, let's change the fucking world. But my job is not to do this. My job is only to define the vision, carry out the vision and find the best talents in the world and empower them. Even when they fail or even when they're like, even when like things happen that, they weren't planned initially.
Wow. I'm so glad that Felicia can't see our WhatsApp messages because I feel like she'll just be like, yeah, he's weird. I can't help this guy.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like we have people like literally like, on the phone with Felicia crying because Felicia asks questions. And a lot of the stuff, when you talk with your employees and stuff, is a lot of like trauma from childhood and the past, etc. And just asking a few questions here and there, like people are bursting out of tears and they are genuinely happy about it. And I think, in a workplace, it's very important. You can get compensations on different levels, right? You have compensation financially, you get this money, you can get shares into a company, etc. But you also have emotionally and the recognition of being part of a team that actually solves a bigger picture. And everyone in the team needs to know how they can help and contribute towards you and the company achieving greatness, right? And this is what we are already doing very well, but not well enough, and it's a learning process because just look at it, bro. Like we're like 35, 40 people full time right now, fully decentralized. We have people in Nigeria, we have people in Los Angeles, in New York, we have people in Kosovo, people in Dubai, we have people all over the world. Creating a remote team culture is like not that easy, right? But it's also very exciting because that is exactly the future of work. It's fully distributed and it's passion driven.
It's literally just practicing what you preach, right? Just literally everything. I feel like when I asked you that question and I was like, what happens if Lamine dies? It could have gone two ways. Could have gone the way you just explained it, or could have gone you with that smirk going, well, actually, we're developing a brain simulation where you can still ask me anything in the afterlife on my Flooz, Flooz/heaven. And I'll answer your question. On the AMAs and Flooz, let's, because I know we got some questions in from a couple of people. Let's see whose questions made it through. Because I know that there's a lot of information, and it'd be nice for them to be able to get some answers straight from the horse's mouth.
Okay, so like I got a lot of questions about these NFTs though,
Mm.
because they're all wanted, right? Like they're all dying to, like, you know, get some books. They're pretty cool. So here's one question. Say, and I don't know if you can actually read this or not, but like this is how the interface looks like. So
Yeah.
you get a question and it says, "Hey boss, when NFT market or airdrop? Thanks for this revolution. Love, Sire and Flooz," and then a bee and a
Yeah.
peach emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even make this up. I don't know if you can
Iconic.
see this. So now what I can do,
Yeah.
I can just click on add an answer. Then the camera opens. So this here now, like the camera opens, and then we can just record an answer.
Wow.
Like just very quickly, and then
Yeah, let's
that
do it.
person's gonna get it in live. What was the question again? When airdrop? Yeah, right.
Yeah, when airdrop and Flooz NFTs.
Yeah, let's go. Yo, thank you so much for the question. We will be airdropping stuff starting in 1 or 2 weeks, and right now I'm here with AJ.
Boom.
So whenever you see this video, make sure you know to share it in the entire community on Telegram to share the knowledge. Thanks. That's it.
Wow.
And then I just created the video, and now I can just upload it.
Wow.
Now it's just uploading, and then once the upload is done, it just, you know, it loads a little bit, and then that's it. And then you just
Very
upload it
easy,
like
bro.
it's
Just
it's
so
it's super
simple
here,
and
that's it.
effective.
The thing has been uploaded, and now I can, you know.
So he gets
play
that
the thing.
personally back now.
Yeah, he gets an SMS now with, you know, like the link to the video where I've just answered it.
So
And
not everyone that asks you questions, just him specifically.
just only him specifically.
Wow.
It's a direct address to him, and that was Steven. And then one thing that is a bit wild is you can tap into Steven, and then you can check out who Steven is.
Wow,
No,
on
with-
his Flooz.
Yeah, on his Flooz, and then you can see, you know, like, I mean, he has added all his social media data in there now and all that stuff, so I can actually see who that person is, and I see my interactions, the revenue I generate with Steven, and all of that stuff.
Wow.
I'm telling you, this is some next level shit, and it's like the simplicity of it is crazy. Here's another question: How expensive are the NFTs? I always
do
have
it.
to tell the same thing. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? The NFTs, the price of the NFTs will be around. I'm not allowed to tell you.
Go on, say it.
I swear I'm not allowed to tell you
Okay.
just yet, but I will tell you very soon once we do the official announcement. Also say hi to AJ.
What's up?
We're in the recording studio. Make sure to share this with the entire community on Telegram. Thank you.
Wow.
That's it. And now I can, you know, I can just send this to him as well.
When are you
Upload
telling
it.
them how much the NFTs are?
Very soon. I mean, like, we're working right now, like, on the NFT generator, on the entire landing page, on the entire concept, the concept and stuff, the artwork, everything is done. But we just need to develop the generator, and then like the flows. They're all defined, but we just need to.
But how does that work? How do you decide which NFT is worth more than the other?
So we have rarity levels,
Okay.
right? And
But who chooses the rarity level?
I mean, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, it's very simple benchmarking that we've done here, right? So
Okay.
we've just looked at, you know, like the CryptoPunks of the world. We looked at, you know, the Bored Yacht Ape Clubs of the world, and just show how they do it. So I don't know. Let's say the golden skin is only available to 1% of all the holders.
Mhm.
So only 1% of the people who, you know, generate their own NFT will have a golden skin on them, and then those people will be extremely rare. But everyone else will just have the white skin, like the normal basic, you know, layout in their front. So like it really, really, depends.
Wow. You
So-
want to get another one in?
Let's see. Okay, wow. Okay, I got another question from Jorizi. I don't know if you can see it. But does sport, basketball and tennis allow you to be more competitive in what you do professionally? This is, and my username is @Jorizi on flooz.link or Ragnar Saya on Twitter.
Ragnar. So he must be from
Like,
Finland or something like that.
bro, I don't know where you're from, bro.
Yeah,
but
Ragnarok.
like,
That's where that's where Thor's from, bro.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Like the glove, we're missing it, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Does sport allow you to be more competitive? That's a fucking good ass question. I don't
I
even
think
know.
it does.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like a super competitive person in any regard, but I don't know. Let's just go with the flow.
Let's do it, and then ask him where he's from as well.
Hold on. What was his name again?
Ragnar.
I don't want to fuck it up. No, his name is Joris. Okay, let's go. His internet identity, bro. You never know.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, hold on. Yo, Joris, what's poppin'? I'm here with AJ.
What's happening?
And we're just answering your question. So does sport make me more competitive in real life? I think absolutely. I grew up playing tennis and basketball my entire life, basically. And I'm a very competitive person, you know. Yeah. I hope that
Let's do
answers
it.
your question. Please share with the entire community on Telegram and on Discord and on Reddit so that we can share the knowledge. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
it.
that's all
and
good.
Now we're uploading, and like those are 3, and then we have, I think, also a bunch on Instagram. But here's the thing, right? We talked about it earlier. We don't do marketing. We don't.
Yeah.
What we're just doing, and this is again coming to the conversation we had about CVOs, you know, like I just need to carry down the vision. And it's crazy because, you know, like it's not that I have like a big following or any of that stuff. And to be fair, I also don't give a shit about, you know, followings and, you know, how many people, you know, like I just care about, you know, people knowing what we're doing, right? But usually the only thing that I do is I just put out a story and I just explain what I'm about to do. And then somehow, you know, like it, you know, it kicks off, you know, like if I, so the other day, for instance, I was looking for like a 3D designer. I was like, yo, I need a 3D designer, you know, and then the classical way in the Web 2.0 world will be I put out a job ad and I say, yo, I need a 3D designer. And the new ways, you know, in this community-driven world,
Put it in the story, and
I make a story and say, yo, and then I put out a tweet, hey, if you know anyone, and then I had like 7 really good designers, you know, like applying, and now we actually have like one person that is doing it, you know, like some more in-depth 3D design work for us. That's the stuff that we need.
Do you kind of, when it comes to hiring people, is there a different way that you do it? Because again, you have such a small, very close-knit team. So are there certain things that you look for, or certain characteristics and stuff where you're just not for Sire kind of thing?
Absolutely. I mean, like we always hire for Flooz, and this is maybe like a little nuance, but like so everyone who is in our team has one thing in common. Everyone that we hire at Flooz has a growth mindset. So if you do not care about growing intellectually, you are not going to join our team. You can be so here's the thing. I once wanted to hire a product person, super talented, right? Like I thought, okay, like I'm going to hire this product person. I'm going to take this Flooz.trade to the next level. Then this product person met Felicia. And Felicia said, it's a no. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, do you know how difficult it is to find good talent? Yeah. She's like, it's no. I was like, why? She was like, when he was talking about, you know, like the stuff that he's doing, he was mainly referring to himself doing all of this. I did this and I did that. And without me, it wouldn't, you know, like, and I was like very ego driven. She was like, red flag, not going to happen because the growth mindset isn't there. And then you meet other people. For instance, one of our engineers from Nigeria, his name is Damilara. Shout out to Damilara, Kung Fu Dami.
Shout out.
And when I interviewed him, it's like, so what motivates you? Like the questions we ask are disgusting, right? But like that's an easy one. That's the starter one. Like, what motivates you? And he said, I want to be the best developer in Nigeria. And I was like, bet. You hired. Like I didn't care. I didn't look at his CV. I didn't care about anything, you know, like, you know, and then we just got him on board. But usually what we do when we hire people is like growth mindset is the most important. And then following this is obviously like our interview process are disgusting. I mean, you go through full psychological analysis, even to a point where we ask you, which Harry Potter house are you? And then if you don't know the answer, you have to take the Harry Potter house test. Bro, because I studied in Scotland in St. Andrews, bro. This shit looked like Hogwarts. My G, you know, I need to know if you're one of those Hufflepuff
or
kids or the Gryffindors, because we don't have many Hufflepuffs, by the way.
And you don't want many Slytherins in there either,
bro. I'm Team Slytherin for
sure.
Team Slytherin for sure. What you talking about?
Yeah.
No, but like, you know, we do this and then we do some other personality tests, and then like usually like it's 6 to 7 interview rounds before we hire you. Some interviews takes like 2 or 3 months. So my CPO Amit, shout out Amit as well, was like, he's a superstar in the entire game. I'm telling you, like, you know, like every company in the world wants to work with him. But he was one of the first employees from Lightrix. Lightrix is the company that builds like apps like Video Leap and like Facetune Video, you know, like it's basically the Adobe Creative Suite on mobile. And he has like a wealth of experience. And before that he did some, I don't know, some artificial intelligence, vision recognition software for cars to detect objects while driving so that the car doesn't crash. And he's a superstar. He's an engineer, but became product and super, super good. Like I got to know him in, I'm putting you on the spot now, bro. But I got to know him, when was it? Like, I think in February or March. And then, you know, like for like months, I've been trying to hire for months. Oh, he drove me nuts. I was like, I'm not going to let go because, you know, finding a talent like him is super, super rare. It took me 9 months. And now he kind of like joined and he's building a product. And now I have another like 2 to 3 hires that are also superstars in their field. And you know who you are. I'm
But
coming for you.
you're not there yet, so you're not getting a name drop yet. So no shout outs.
Not yet, because that'll
Dude,
be a
that's
bit
crazy.
too premature. But
Dude.
one of them is Yatia. It's like, I don't care, bro. Yatia, if you see this, you joining.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen. You know, we just want to get the best people on board. And if anyone wants to, you know, like come and work with us, go on flooz.link/flooz or flooz.link/Saya SYA. You know, there's a button that says work with us. You can click on it, and then we'll be happy to get to know you, to talk to you, and hopefully create, you know, and improve the world together.
Boom. Dude, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here with me. We've already been going for an hour and a half, and I feel like we've given them way too much more than they deserve. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close it up for you guys now, but we're going to stay on for a bit of exclusive content for Flooz, which you can also find on my flooz.link profile /Jibber with Jabber.
Sweet.
Dude, it's been so good to have you, and so good
Thank
to hang
you
out
so
with
much,
you without
man.
having to create a meeting. A Google meeting to come and hang out with you.
Yeah, like,
you know, hey, do you want to go for a jog on the beach? Sure. I'm going to send you this Google Meeting email, and I've given you a slot of half an hour from 2 p.m. to 2:30. And I'm like, it's not what friends do. It's what important friends do, bro. But yeah, man, I'm going to put all the links up to all of everything that you do here. So
yeah, but
it's
hold
going
on,
to be like the end of a movie, you know, the
like all the links.
the credits. Yeah.
Here's one more thing I wanted to say, you know, before you end this podcast, because I told you I'm going to put you on the spot as well. So a few weeks ago and a few months ago, I met AJ, and I remember meeting him, and the first time we did a podcast, we were sitting on this, excuse my language, but a shitty ass little
Uncomfortable couch, bro.
super uncomfortable. I was hitting the table and all that shit, bro.
Yeah, but then again,
You
your
know,
legs are
it's
massive, bro.
no,
You're
no,
still
it's like,
almost in the table. Yeah.
like, but like, you know, and then like a few months ago, we talked about it, and he was like, yeah, I have this vision, I want to build this massive. I was like, bro, you go get it. And like, I don't know, like, of course, like the cameras are still right now, so you can move them around, but like the place that you've built here, like the studio, that's a professional grade television studio. This is
we might be able to give you a heads up. Is the top camera working? I don't know. But bro, look, all thanks to VUUZLE and DK and everyone, you know,
shout
for
out
believing
DK.
in what we're doing here. And again, we want to keep creating something special, and
I need to you're being way too humble.
We're not
like
gonna,
this shit is like, they have a 3D room over there, a 360 degree 3D room with like a camera that, you know, with a crane. They have like this entire setup is total man. I cannot comprehend it, bro. How did this happen? Who let this shit happen, bro?
Look, you know, they say the Lord works in mysterious ways. So without us going to jail of telling you how we did this, no. Appreciate the fact that you love it.
It's madness. I love it.
And yeah,
happy
keep
to
going,
see you
bro.
grow,
keep
bro.
going, and we need to bring some more of the team here.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's certain people that need to come on for an episode.
Yes, I'll make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. But again, bro, it's been so nice to hang out, bro. Honestly.
Always, my G.
Honestly.
Appreciate
Guys,
you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm not going to let him get what he wants by the end of that. I know what he's doing, but he don't know what I'm doing. Like, subscribe, follow all of the channels. Forget about Patreon. We changed that now to Flooz.link. Yeah, man. So we're going to end this up. Boom.